to see everything come together is really what's exciting. But of course, watching our players' faces and their expressions and excitement, especially a week plus into camp. This is another good jolt of energy. It was something that Travis and I talked about, that we wanted to try to get some things accomplished for the players that have been here and helping us turn this program around, that we could get some things done. And a big thank you to our administration for making that happen. This is really, when you look at it, and sometimes in today's world, the supply chain issues and that, to get this accomplished in this amount of time is truly remarkable. And a lot of people made that happen, within KU Athletics, our donors, as well as the people that worked on this project. And between this and the weight room, I think it's game changing for our program in many ways.
What do you think this new locker room, new weight room allows you to do that you weren't able to do in the past?
Well, one is, here is space and comfort, and it's a gathering place. It's, you see it a lot across the country. Sometimes it's a facility, it's a race on certain things and recruiting and whatnot. But the functionality, I did, Longhorn Lockers out of Texas is a group I'd worked with before at my last job. Had a chance to see the quality of their work and of course what it did for our program there. Some of the things and the time that our players spend in this building, and the other things, and to have the comforts as they go in a place to hang and congregate and bond, and those things are important. The weight room, again, Matt Gildersleeve has done an outstanding job, and a lot of that stuff in there was custom made, and he's had a plan of this for a long time, how he wanted to put it together and make it more useful. Again, utilize our time with our players, yet develop them to their fullest.
With the weight rooms and locker rooms overall, how do you think that'll help recruiting?
Well, again, I think this is, let's not make it, we know this, that this program's been behind for quite a while, and this is another statement. And we have more coming, of course, that are going to show that this program and this, from our chancellor to the athletic director and our boosters, that we're in it. We're not on the sidelines anymore. We're not hoping about things. And again, when recruits and people start walking through there, they're going to see the difference. And again, another statement for this program.
Could you comment? Maybe does this group maybe have a sense of ownership over these changes, given what they achieved last season?
That's a good question. I think they have ownership, and I think they have pride in what they're doing. And again, now this isn't like it's not like a trophy or something. It's not like something all of a sudden you've made it in your work. This is something that hopefully, again, you're going to take pride in what's here, but you're also going to try to go get more. And as we continue to improve everything in this program, but yeah, I think they do. And ownership's a good word, because we're talking about everything that we do, that this group is, and even the last couple of years since we've been here, everybody's going to leave this place a little bit better than they found it.
You alluded to more to come. Does seeing this finalized give you more excitement for what's to come just across the way at the stadium?
Yeah, especially, but again, when I say more to come in this building is what I'm most concerned about. I know administratively and things, what's coming, that's going to be very exciting as well, and those are going to be some great things as well. But we continue to improve this building and add to it and things like that. I think is again, our day-to-day operation, the flow, the comfort for our players when they're here and what they can accomplish in their hours here, I think is going to be impactful as well. But the whole thing, I think, as we'll find out really soon, will definitely be game-changing and be a statement in college football.
This locker room went from, I think the paper said 110 lockers to 124. Were there some guys before who didn't have a locker, or what does the more locker space do?
Really, the area right behind you, actually, and I don't know if that's really good camera stuff, but there's a portion here that was actually more of a player's lounge and had a pool table and area for video games and things like that. We have taken that out temporarily, and that's some added space. We have a lot more room when we address the team or have small meetings at halftime. And that players' lounge area and things that'll be part of our nutrition area as well when we start the next phase here after the season.
Can you describe your reaction when you first saw the locker room and the weight room just completed?
Well, I would say completed is probably, it was like what, we didn't put the their names up and everything, because we try to prevent guys from sneaking in and trying to see because they want to see where they're at. So really, this was just completed about 15 minutes before they came down, and we wanted that way. It's kind of like when you're a parent and you watch your kids open Christmas presents, and things like that. The enjoyment, the excitement, and the fulfillment there. I think there's a kind of a moment of that I probably had, is that, okay, we've made a step in facilities here for these young men, and then really we're just scratching the surface where we want to get done.
You mentioned Coach Gildersleeve has been planning for this. Do you know how long he's kind of had some of the thoughts of the weight room in his head?
This one, yeah. Well, of course, I would say first of all, we had plans at our last stop, so he's already. It's always been formulated. This one, I think he's been probably a week into the job. He started thinking about ways that we could get improve the area. Again, that was part of our plan, getting something done. When you look at where our players are going to spend their most time, other than the field, is going to be in this locker room and in that weight room, and that was going to be important for us, like I said. So he's been looking at different ways, tinkering with it, looking at, meeting with the architects and people as we go on. And if you really look at each one of those racks in there, I think they could do a whole winter workout at one is without barely moving. It's going to be time efficient, and again, we've always tried to make it. I think a lot of, like I said, it's custom made for them, and custom made for what his thoughts are in season and off season development.